Okay, I'll be talking about my website, Buffalo, what's the name? Buffalo Architecture in Buffalo. Okay, this of course is the Albright Knox. It's one of the buildings documented on my website, Buffalo Architecture and History. The overall purpose of the site is to document and publicize the incredible architecture in Metro Buffalo. The website's homepage is divided into 8 sections, and I'll talk about them. This is the sanctuary for the Greek Hellenic Orthodox Church. To find this building on the website, you would click on the Buffalo Buildings link on the homepage. There are over 500 buildings documented with photographs, history, and vocabulary. This, of course, is Central Terminal. As you examine the photographs of the building, you will find architectural details that are identified and linked to the Illustrated Architecture Dictionary, which contains more than 700 entries. For each entry, there are examples from Buffalo and often around the world. This is a detail from the Market Arcade on Main Street. The caption for this photo contains a link to terracotta in the Illustrated Architecture Dictionary. But there are also 6 other dictionaries: Ancient Egypt, stained glass, furniture, lighting, iconography, and grain elevators. This is the Gothic Revival flying buttress at St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral. Architectural styles have their own index. Each style page gives history and features, and of course examples from Buffalo and the world that are on the website. This is the neoclassical caryatid portico with the Albright Knox Art Gallery. There is a separate index for more than 40 styles of architecture that are explained on the website with history, features, and of course examples from Buffalo and Europe. This is the Frank Lloyd Wright designed boathouse at the Westside Rowing Club. If the architect for a building I've documented is known, then the architect is listed in the Architect's Index. For example, there are 9 documented sites designed by Frank Lloyd Wright and 35 by E.B. Green. These are the Twin Towers at the Richardson Olmsted Complex. The architect is H.H. Richardson, one of more than 150 architects who designed Buffalo buildings documented on the website. The architect pages feature photos, biographies, and a list of their buildings on the website. This is the Albert J. Wright House at the corner of Linwood and Bryan Streets, a contributing member of the Linwood Historic District. There's a separate section on landmarks and historic districts in the website. A number of preparatory surveys and nominations are reprinted on the website. This is the Henry W. Wendt House on Lincoln Parkway, one of the premier streets in Buffalo. Lincoln Parkway is part of the Olmsted Park and Parkway system, which is a state national historic district. But the houses on the parkway are not part of the district. Silly, but true. Okay, this is the cornice of the Guarantee Building. The Guarantee is listed as a National Historic Site, the highest designation in the U.S. Hudson Rust depended on the tax credits available for restoration because of its landmark status. This is the cartouche of the Genesee Building in the Hyatt Hotel on Main Street. Across the street is the Main Street 500 block historic district. But the Hyatt Hotel block, like many others in downtown Buffalo, is not an historic district. Shame on Buffalo. This is a postcard of President and Francis Folsom Cleveland from the Mark D. Evans collection, part of the History of Buffalo section on the website. There are 900 plus entries listed in the Buffalo History Index, which includes historical events and biographies linked to the buildings and events. This is the library of the Theodore Roosevelt inaugural site where the Vice President took the oath of office. To find this on the website, you could start at the Buffalo History Index or the Buffalo Buildings Index, because the website's 8 sections are carefully linked. These are the Hathor columns in the Philae Temple of Isis in Egypt. There are 200 plus buildings from Europe and Egypt documented in the Architecture Around the World section, and like the other 8 sections with its own index. These are the wooden onion domes in the Pogos Church of the Intercession in Kyiv, Russia, also documented in Architecture Around the World. There's a link to onion domes on the Illustrated Architecture Dictionary, which links to 5 other churches in Russia and 1 in Buffalo. These are Barcelona chairs from the Mies van der Rohe designed German pavilion from the 1929 Barcelona Exposition in Spain. Find these in the Illustrated Furniture Glossary, where you find more than 400 entries on more than 35 historic and modern styles. This is a Victorian spool-turned armchair from the Old Editions Bookshop in Buffalo. The armchair is part of the Illustrated Furniture Glossary, has links to other Victorian furniture and to Victorian architectural styles, with lots of examples from blah, blah, blah.